happen for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where we talk about every which way we modify our life to become the best version of ourselves. If you didn't tell already, I've been trying to do something new. I've been trying to find a slogan for this freaking podcast. And if you also can't tell, we added something new to the backdrop. This right here, this Lamborghini really means a lot to me because one day I will own one. You know, I'm planting that seed now, something I think about. But I don't just talk about what I want or what I'm going to own. I also plan out how I'm going to work for it and what I need to do to have it. With that being said, we got Big John,
What's
PJ
up?
in a PJ, Fat John, Baby John, Mr. Goes to the restroom 17 times a day, John.
Have a good, metabolism, right?
Man, why are you talking like you're Art LeBeau or something? Like, why are you talking like you're trying to get in my pants? Like, it's working, but I mean, chill. My girl's here. What's up, man? You got to announce who you are. Everyone knows you are on my social media. People are probably waiting for this podcast.
Yeah, you think so?
People are probably waiting.
Yeah,
waiting.
It's been a cool. You know what? It's been a cool minute since we've done anything. I feel not crazy, but out. We haven't really gone out and showed people.
No, we haven't.
Anyone
been
knew?
No, we haven't.
Anyone
been girls.
knew
We're on
what
prep.
we actually do?
We're on prep. But
Yeah.
for the people that don't know who you are, why don't you explain who you are after you get that microphone fixed out there, buddy?
Explain who I
Yeah,
am.
who is Big John? Like who are you? What are you? Like your haircut.
Thank you. Just got it today.
I could tell.
Yeah.
It looks nice, man.
Yeah,
Are you confident?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident.
Are you nervous?
Feel pretty good.
Yeah?
I was nervous before we started. I don't know why.
Well,
It
you live with me, dude, so I don't
Yeah,
know why
it's
you're
just
nervous
weird.
talking to
have
me.
no
I
clue
talk to you
why.
every day. But anyways, let them know who you are, man.
You guys know my name's Jonathan. I got different names. I got Big John. I got PJ, stands for Fat John. That's
Fat John with the P, though.
PH.
Yeah,
Fat
PH.
John.
Like Fat Farm.
Yeah. And so I'm from, I got to say where I'm from? Because they know where.
I mean, you got it tatted on you, so you might as well rep your set.
Oh, yeah. So, right, got funny story about this. I said I was never going to be one of those guys to get LA tatted on them. And, here I am.
It looks like it says AJ, honestly.
No, it doesn't. It says LA.
I thought it was my name, bro. I was like, wow, my son loves me.
Well, if it got me here.
Gotta do what I gotta do, pay rent, right? Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you.
But yeah, so like I said, my name is Jonathan. I'm from Los Angeles, originally from Boyle Heights, which is, if no one knows where that's at, that's by East LA. And I'm a personal trainer, so
An online coach.
Just started as an online coach this year, about a month ago in January.
How's that going?
It's going good.
Yeah. Because you've had a crazy 2 months.
Yeah.
You've had a crazy 2 months. You
Crazy
have
2
the definition of modifying your life, buddy. A
100%.
backstory on this and where we're getting to. Big John has a bigger story than what we're going to share today. And he has a C-section, right?
That?
But we're not going to get into that bad boy right now. But what I want to get into what I want to get into with you is a different modification you made to your life.
Yeah.
You moved from California to Vegas, and he knew that he was moving from California to Vegas, and he was dropping money like he was a rapper. My man, how much money did you blow through before you moved to Vegas?
So, was it December, November? I'm forgetting my months now. What's the month before? Is it September, October? So like September, October.
I'm
was
dyslexic
when,
too.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I
around
couldn't help you at all. I was like,
September, October, I was actually making good money where I was living comfortable. Remember, I'll tell you. Like,
yeah. I was super proud of you.
So I was making I was making
The most money you've ever made.
Yeah, the most money I've ever made.
Life flex.
And the last 2 months, right, when you moved down here, I was like, all right, cool. You know what? I'm going to live my best 2 lives.
His
best
best
2
life.
months.
His best.
The best months of my life for the last 2 months in LA or in California. And I spent the money like it was coming back. Like I went out. I went out on dates.
City girls up.
I bought 2 tattoos. I was buying clothes. I was buying Christmas came. I bought everybody gifts. And I didn't expect the move to cost me money, so I wasn't really thinking.
That's such a young age talk right there, bro. I didn't expect the move to cost me anything. God
And
damn.
mind you were telling me like, dude, I just dropped this much money to move, and I was like, oh shit. In 1 year out the other, I'm like, oh, that's not gonna happen.
That's
to
not
me.
gonna happen to me.
I'm not doing everything you're doing. I'm just picking up my clothes, taking a few things, putting it in my car, and driving.
And so,
Nah, that was not the case.
that wasn't the case.
That was not the case.
Man, I really applaud you for that, man, because, modify your life. That's why I named it the podcast. That's why the team came up with this, which you're part of the team. And, you already know. But just share with everyone knows because we all modify our life some way, shape, or form. And sometimes it's not just with weight loss. Sometimes it's not learning nutrition. Sometimes it's not breaking bad habits. Sometimes we modify our life by our business and what we do in our brand, right?
Yeah.
And growing it. So I think this is like amazing podcast to talk about that right now because you got down here to Vegas with how much money in your bank account?
Shit, 8 to be exact, 800 and like.
Which really not 800 because you had to pay the first month of rent.
Mm-hmm. No. That was
that was
already.
So
I paid
$800 in your pocket.
Yeah, I paid for what I had to pay for. Like I had the money to pay for everything that first month. And then I came up here with like 880 or 890. And then once we got here, then we're getting ready for reality kicked in. We gave our meal plans, and then the first thing we did was go to Walmart and buy our food.
Yeah, you dropped like 200.
Yeah, and I was like,
you look, bro. I honestly, man, like you look so. I felt so bad for you. Like I felt like when the Big John and I first met, when we were just roasting you, and you just like didn't know how to take it because you weren't like a really crap talker, and we're all crap talkers around here. I felt so bad for you, like, and not that I had sympathy that you couldn't make it. I just know that how stressed you probably were. You know what I mean? Because I remember you broke your meal prep container and you look like you're about to cry, right? But it wasn't that you were sad. It was I think it was just stress.
Oh no, I was stressing.
You know what I mean? Reality kicked in,
and they were glass, so I was like, fuck.
These ain't cheap. This is my fans over here.
This isn't plastic.
And like so, like making that change, like making that move. You were pretty. I guess we could say you were at one of your best versions of yourself back home at Evolution, right?
Yeah.
A lot of clients making almost 10K a month, right? That was like your big goal before we decided to just get up and leave California to Vegas. And you got here and you had no clients, no online clients, no personal clients, no job.
No,
and a blow-up mattress.
Yep. So
and also, can I throw one thing out there about Big John? I wanted to strangle this guy. So we moved up here, me, Francine, Denzel, Dove Media behind us in the camera right now. And Big John was nowhere to be seen to help us move in. I was like, this mother, you're like, I ain't trying to cuss out here. I was about to fight this guy. I was like, you know what? So next time I move, you're doing 80% of the work and I'm going to sit back and just chill.
I'll be doing pretty well for myself, so I'll hire some people.
Oh, okay, baller. My bad, baller. So, like, we've been here for 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously, present day, I can't wait for you to share what you're doing. But, like, how was, like, that first, like, couple weeks that were going through your head where everything kind of set in, where it's, like, it's just you, right? Obviously, you have me and Frankie and the whole team here to support you, but it was just you. Your family's not around. You have no clients. What was that? Like, what was that grind like?
It was, first, I didn't really know what to do. When I got here, having the guys, having Chris, having you telling me, hey, post that you're coming to Vegas, post. And I would post like once a week, twice. And I wasn't really doing much. But getting here, realizing like, shit, I didn't do anything. There
you go.
Okay. I didn't really do anything to prepare myself.
Yeah.
Here.
Kind of dropped the ball?
Just dropped the ball. So I was stressing. I was kind of doubting myself like, damn.
You're in your head.
Could I
you even
really
second guessed you being a trainer?
Yeah,
you feel like remember you first trained me?
I couldn't train you.
And that's why I knew.
Lock in. I was uncomfortable in the gym. I couldn't even put a workout together. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was out of it. I just didn't. I couldn't train. I was scared. I was like, dude, I got money going out and no money coming in. Like I don't know how I'm gonna make next month's rent for the gym. I don't even have a client.
When you thought about that, did you think about all that money you spent in November, December?
Yeah, it was. I don't regret it though.
Damn,
I had a great time.
Must be nice.
I had a great time.
That's good, man. I'm actually proud you don't regret it. Honestly,
I don't.
You're at an age right now because you're what 26, right?
27.
27 now. 27.
Yeah.
Okay, you're old enough now, bro. Stop messing up. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. But like you're, it's cool to make mistakes like that. You know what I mean? It's cool to make mistakes like that right now because like, you got a solid team to support you now. We talked about it before. I think we're all blessed with the opportunity to have a solid team. Like the last podcast with Mikey, we talked about building that tribe. Imagine if you would have came down with just yourself without people who are willing to not only help you, but they also support you. You know what I mean?
I would have
like
moved
that
back.
would have been. You would probably would have
I
been. You would have
went
flew
back.
right back. You would have probably left
Yeah.
everything here and just dipped back home, right?
Seeing you and Frankie, like you guys still working, you getting up, doing your cardio. So that's what I was able to control. As much stress as I was going through, I had to like really sit down and focus on. I really talked to myself. Okay, I got to focus on what I can control.
I like
that was one. My blow up bed, right? But I was folding my blankets, cleaning the area. I got up at 5 a.m. to do cardio with you. I didn't have to wake up. I had no clients. I had nothing to do the whole day.
Nothing but $200 in your pocket.
So that was it. And so I just controlled that. I had a skincare routine that one of my clients back home gave me, and I just started. I've never done this before. Never even used creams or whatever. So I just put water in my face, and that was it. So let me just start, and then I did it every night.
Yeah.
Morning. I was trying to create a routine that I didn't have back home because I had no structure or routine.
Nice. I like that. So in I guess it's we could say one of your top 3 most stressful times in your life. You've learned that to build a routine.
Yeah.
To build something to just like to start. Like, I don't know about you, but when I'm really stressed out, before I couldn't look at things as like, okay, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 10. Like everything was just blurred up in a ball. Like I wanted to do everything. I started half-assed everything, but I got nothing done.
Yeah.
Right. So you started to build that routine, and now what are we doing now?
Now I have 5. So the second month's not even done.
Yeah, we're barely going into our second month.
5 in-person clients, and I have 5 online clients. And you were telling me to do online a long time ago. I was there with you when you started online.
A wise man once said, You could take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. But you're learning. You know what I mean? You're learning, and it took a scary situation.
It did.
But I'm proud of you for doing what you do, because that's a big thing to do. To move from California to Vegas. And while we're on that topic, still about the whole move and stuff and what you had to do. Why did you move to Vegas?
Well, so we had, every time we came here, when we were talking with John pointed it out, like, you guys, every time you guys come here, we're coming here to grow. We're coming here to learn. And it made sense because every time we would come here every 3 months. You bring this up?
Yeah, go ahead, keep going.
Okay.
Exactly, he's not there. He's a ghost.
Gotcha.
Ghost from Christmas past. Everyone say hi to Dub's ass. It's probably in the shot right now. Dub Media. What did I say earlier about Dub Media? Dub Media, because we always catch the dub.
It's right there.
Dub. Huh? What happened to that boy Dub Media? Pow, pow.
Fuck, where were we? Oh, shit.
We're in Vegas right now.
Yeah, so every time we're coming here, we're growing. I was growing for sure.
Yeah.
Always went back home. Everything that we learned, we trained, and I just kept getting better every time I come here. So, and then the money I was making back home, and then rent here, I was like, damn, I can definitely do this. So have an apartment like this.
Oh, it's so much cheaper than
So
California.
much cheaper.
And for what we get too.
Oh, 100%.
freaking
So
it's
it was a no-brainer. It was definitely a no-brainer to go do that.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to push me and make me uncomfortable, and really, I was excited to see the person I was going to be, because I knew I wasn't going to be the same person back home.
Yeah, you wanted to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You wanted to you got used to that structure. Well, that lack of structure at home.
I had,
right, because you're making the money,
Yeah.
but you didn't have really routine. You kind of just live day by day, and now you have structure because you have no choice but to win here.
Yeah.
Right, you don't. If you're realistic, if you look at it, like if you don't have any clients in the end of a month or two, then how are you gonna pay your bills? How are you gonna pay rent?
And that just
You put
shows
yourself
me
in
I
the
didn't
hot
do
seat.
anything.
Yeah, and
Like I
that's true.
really did nothing.
That's true.
I didn't try.
Like I can't remember exact quote. I was listening actually to another podcast, and they were talking about, like, in a couple years, if you're not making money off of what you're doing, then you didn't work hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you're here for 5 months and you're still making the same amount of money you made the first month you got here, then were you really working as hard? I mean, did you really work hard? Like, because at the end of the day, people always say don't talk about money and stuff. But I think it's safe to say the people that are making money are the ones that have stayed consistent when working hard, right? 100%. Continuing to push yourself. Yeah. Don't get comfortable, right? Because, you know, even me, the move here to Vegas too, I was comfortable at home, bro. You know, I was comfortable making content, had the followers, get to help people, get to, you know, do all this stuff. But there's so much more that I wanted to be doing that I didn't get done at home because I had my family, I had my friends, I'll hang out all the time. And it's just one of those things that, like, I feel like I've lived a life of being so comfortable where now I want to be uncomfortable. I feel better with my back up against a wall than I do just sitting down chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel the same.
It's
I
like
feel
that fight. Like, I always like to have that fight now. Like, I feel like I've got to be comfortable and lazy for 20-something years, 27 years, right? And like now we're both sitting here because we both made the move. Obviously, you know, yours was a little bit more crazy than mine, but at the same time, you know, I think we were both searching for something new.
Yeah.
All right. I think we both knew that we could do more, even though we were pretty proud of what we're doing. You're about to be making over, you know, 100K a year. Me the same, but we wanted more. We knew we were worth more. We knew we could do more, and we just had to get out of our comfort zone. And, you know, like kind of what I talked about with my online clients, you know, we got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Right?
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, I feel like that, well, obviously starting the online, I mean, the first 3 days was just work once we got here.
Yeah.
Right? It was, I would go to the gym. I mean, I would spend hours at the gym with no clients every day. I was just there.
Did you ever second guess the move?
It wasn't like I second guessed it. It was more, I was just scared to go back and then see everybody.
Oh, like you were
like
scared to like fail, like to
That's
to
what
fail.
it was. It wasn't like, there was just some doubt, like, damn, can I do it? But I knew I could have done it because I knew how I felt. Like coming here I felt very confident that I knew I was gonna be successful here.
Yeah.
And I said it, and I told the clients, I told everyone back home, and that's what I was scared of going back, because I'm telling them, like, yo, I'm gonna be out there. I have plans to do this and that, and then, hey guys, I'm back.
Did it ever change though? Like, did you ever give yourself that self-doubt, or did you kind of get that negativity out of your brain?
I did get that self-doubt here and there because I just wasn't getting clients, right? And then we had that time when it was close to get clients, and I didn't budge my price because I'm like, you know, I worked so hard. I've been trained for 6 years.
Yeah.
I've learned from so many trainers. I paid top dollar. I traveled to fucking Miami. Can we cuss? No.
I don't know yet. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we? Dove Media? Can we cuss on here?
Bleep.
I'm not editing that. You're cussing, big boy.
But and so like I know my value. I know my worth.
Yeah.
And it was an ego thing when you and Chris.
I'm glad you said it.
On me. It was an ego thing.
Yeah. I know it hurts, man. It does, but you know, at the same time, and the same thing when we had talked about Chris, like we're in a whole nother environment, so we're back to level 1. We're at actually level 0. I'm at level 0. You're at level 0. People don't know me as a personal trainer. People don't know you as a personal trainer. So it's like, yes, at home we have a name, right? But at the same time here, we're no one until we prove ourselves.
Yeah.
Even though inside we know we're worth way more, sometimes you got to, like, you know, take a little on the chin. But now look at you now, right? You have almost 7 clients now?
Right now.
And it's been 2 months. 2 months, bro. It's not even been a complete 2 months. You have 5 online clients and almost 7 personal clients?
Yeah. So right now I have 5 in person. And then it just all happened within this week. Now I'm getting people in.
No, it didn't happen this week.
Well, no.
Like, it happened over this last month and a half of you working.
Yes, of work.
Remember, what you do today is not for yourself today. What you do today is for your future self. Remember, that's why we talked about when you knew we were going to move, to start planning the content now, to start letting people know now, because you didn't do that. And remember, so you didn't do that. You did that the first month, right? Once you get here, you realize you messed up. You did the first month, and now your second month, all your hard work is now showing for this month, right? And that's how it is. It's that consistency, right? It's that thing that we always talk about. And you're starting to notice that. You had to learn the hard way, right? But then, God, you know, you got us all, you know, you got people who want to see you win.
Oh, 100%. I love
even Frankie. Frankie hates people, bro. That always shocks me. I'm like,
no, I know, Frank. No, I gotta give you guys, thank you guys for like letting me come, letting me be around you guys for this past whole year and 4 months I've known each other.
Yeah, you were there before when I was about to be the online coach.
Yeah, I mean, I got you like 60,000 followers.
Is that what you did? Yeah, thank you. Between you and Frankie, honestly, I personally don't network because Frankie got me like 80,000, you got me 60,000. So Dove Media brought me the rest. So, I mean, I guess, shout out to everyone who be supporting me because of Big John, Frankie, and my Dove. I love it, man. But no, but
yeah.
and like, so now things that we talk about, right? Because I'm obviously older than you.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been through a little bit more than you, and I kind of could like spot where you're messing up and maybe call you out. And you're probably just thinking like, I don't know what you're thinking, right? But a lot of things that we talk about, we sit down on one-on-one because me and you talk a lot about success and what we want to do, and things that drive us, and we both enjoy helping people. Now do a lot of those conversations I have with you are those kind of that calling out, like that tough love. Like, does it make sense now?
Yeah, it's more now because I feel like I'm like not like I guess catching where we're getting on the same page of like work ethic. Like like I said, I see your guys' work ethic when it comes to work and when it comes to cleaning. Frankie, like I'm a clean person, and I thought I was really clean.
Just not
but
Frankie
it's just
clean.
that Frankie clean is like, all right. And so that's what I was trying to do, and that's what I was able to control. I was able to control myself. Okay, I can clean better.
Yeah.
Right. I started putting clothes away after I brushed my teeth. Now I'm like going back in the sink and wiping everything down, cleaning the water spots, all that.
Yeah, dude, I
putting
noticed
dishes
it.
away and trying to stay organized in my little section of
the blow up section.
Yeah. And in the cabinet too. I see how
Yeah.
Frankie organized everything. I'm like, damn, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, no, and
This
you
is
know
what
what,
I
man?
need.
It's really cool to hear you talk about that because honestly, structure starts at home.
Yeah.
Right? When I told you when I noticed you're making your bed, I noticed it. I have some clients that have lost no weight in the last couple of months. But guess what I have them doing every day? I have them making their bed, right? Because that's creating structure. It's creating discipline. You're doing something you don't want to do. Who wants to make their bed? No one wants to make their bed, right?
Get up
Because
and
you're going to
go.
get back in and go to sleep in 10, 20 hours, whatever hours later, right? But it's all about building that discipline. It's how you do one thing. It's how you do everything, right? So when we wake up and we have our routine, like this morning, you were doing your routine, I was doing my breathing and all that stuff. We have routines because we have structure. And now that you cook something, you wash something, you put away, that's a task completed. You know what I mean? And that's like the little things like that I feel like people look past. It's like we need to build structure in our life, right? And everything we do, whether it be business or weight loss or financial freedom, like to build financial freedom, you have to have some type of structure. You have to have some type of you have to have that thing in your head that's going to stop you, right? You know what I mean? I feel like when we have that structure, it allows us to be a lot more successful. I feel I'm the most successful I've ever been over the last couple of months because I actually have structure now.
Yeah.
Right? Because I spent all last year working on time management. And you know that. My time management was bad. I'm like over here going to the restroom, have a Zoom call in like 10 seconds, warming up my food.
We went to the gym.
Yeah, like I had to
got a
leave
Zoom
all the
call.
time, And my life was so stressful because I forgot about the little things. I forgot about planning my day. I forgot about the things I've been working on for the last 3 years, 4 years to get me where I'm at today. And when I started forgetting about that, I started failing, right? And now that we are building structure, which we're not perfect, right? We mess up. The other day, I didn't do my cardio. I mean, I didn't do my breathing things. I woke up late. I still got my cardio. We don't miss cardio, unfortunately. But at the same time, though, we still have that structure, right? That's going to keep us going. And then we know, like you said, now you have a structure. Now you know when you have clients, and now you know when to post, and now you know when you got to talk to your online clients and stuff like that. And now I feel like I know that you're now setting yourself up for success because you're winning your days.
Yeah.
You're not just waking up like, oh, today I'm just gonna chill. No, you know what you need to do because at the end of the day, like right now, your focus is how do I bring value to people to get more clients?
Yeah.
Right? That's been your focus since you got here, right? When reality kicked in.
Yeah.
And because you chose to build a structure and make yourself busy, right? Because I remember you had nothing to do first couple of days. I was on Zoom calls. Frankie was over talking to online clients, making sure everything was good and getting them on board and stuff like that. And you would be doing, for the first couple of days, you kind of were just floating around. But then you kind of hopped on to it. Right? You started building up your structure. You started doing your face routine. You started posting, sharing your story about moving to Vegas. And now I feel like your mindset is a lot more clear.
Oh, definitely.
You're not so stressed out about being, I guess we say, alone in a way because like your actual family's not here.
I don't feel alone. I mean, we have each other. And that's all we really need, realistically.
Yeah.
And how you're talking about how you feel more successful right now. I do too. Yeah, I'm not making the same amount of money right now that I was back home, but the way I think and the way, like I have a daily planner now. I'm journaling, I'm reading.
I see you.
I have the routine. Like this is, and I've been so consistent with it. Like I've fallen off, like when we talked about our funks. I fell off for a week and a half where I didn't do the skin routine. I didn't journal. I read here and there. I was just on and off.
Yeah.
And it was just throwing me all off. My energy, I was at work. The training just fell off. I was still doing good training, but to my standards, it's just like, okay, you could have done better. Right.
Yeah.
And getting up for cardio at 3 in the morning. I didn't do it. I would wake up at 3 and I go back to bed. I'm like, I'll do cardio. I'll train my clients first and then I'll do cardio after. And it just threw my day off and I felt lazy and I felt just out of structure. And then I was like, nah, I got to get my ass up. And this week is where I started everything again, back on it. And I feel so good.
Yeah, because you were in a funk for like a week, right? Yeah, you were in I think everyone was in a funk. You know, everyone kind of has their days. You know, we kind of get beat up and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was having doubt when I went home.
I was about to ask that. You had to go home to get your stomach checked out,
so
right?
I go back on the 17th, but I just had to go I had to go ask my primary doctor to go.
So you had to ask your doctor to go see your doctor.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, but what that taught me too was I was able to, you know, like, okay, the first time I went home, I just saw my mom, saw family. I did not follow the meal plan that I was following. I just said, F it. I need to release
why
some
we
stress.
call him Fat
I need
John.
to relieve some
That's the
stress.
nickname. That is it. This guy, I'm telling you, he's a garbage disposal. Like literally, if I open up a sugar-free soda and Francine makes a meal for her and does finish it, we could literally just leave it on the counter and it's like Santa Claus came overnight and it's gone. Right, which we leave it for him, but he's like a garbage disposal, bro. But no, I mean, like, he literally gets to. I think you earned the name Fat John.
Yeah, no, I do sometimes.
You love chips.
Yeah, chips
I've never met anyone that, but you and Francine are like chippies, like hot Cheetos are like your kryptonite.
Hot Cheetos, I haven't had it in a while, but yeah,
you had it last weekend.
That was the last time.
That was 4 days ago, Big John.
Yeah, but before that was a whole month.
I don't know if it was a whole month of hot Cheetos. I mean, I guess if our new coach is watching, I guess it's been a month. But I mean, realistically, I think there's even some in the house right now. I mean, I'm just saying. If I gave him them, he would eat them He would actually eat them right now.
Yeah,
he would.
I would eat the chips. Like I have no self control when it comes to chips. I just don't. But
yeah, we don't. We have nothing bad in this house because our self control. I mean, we have the discipline, but why even put it in front of us? Right? Like let's not even mess around.
Back home, I had no snacks. Because I knew I would eat all the chips. Like I cannot let one
talking about snacks. Can you not rustle the popcorn down the background, please? We can hear that over here. Jesus, modified Frankie.
We need a bowl right here now.
Is that on your meal plan?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So right now, I want to take this time to do a Q&A. So I want to start doing Q&As in every single podcast, and we're going to start now. So on my Instagram and on my TikTok, I always put questionnaires, and you can always ask me a question there. If you do not follow me, Heavy to Modified on all platforms. And I also want to take the time to say thank you to everyone who has been supporting this podcast and been supporting me in my weight loss journey and everything the Heavy to Modified brand does. And I appreciate every single one. If you ever have any questions, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know if this podcast brings value to you. I would love for you to like it. I would love for you to share it. I would love for you to comment a question, comment something you want to ask me, or maybe the next time I have the guest on. But whatever it might be, thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for listening to this. And I want to get to the first question. So what was his Instagram handle? Melon Guy Mark asked, for John, aka Fat John. He said, as a trainer who has never been obese, how do you find empathy to train those people who are?
How do I find empathy? Well, when I first started to get clients that were were obese, I actually had a lot of empathy for them. I wouldn't train them as hard because I would think like, okay, well, they don't move a lot, they don't work out a lot, so they must not be strong. Right. I remember. So I would just, once I saw them like tired, huffing and puffing, and so that's when I would kind of slow down. Okay, rest, take your time. Let me know when you're ready. You feel good. You feel lightheaded. Like I just babied them. Pampered them.
Yeah, I remember.
And I remember you came up to me and you were like, yo, push them. I'm like, what do you mean? No, they're tired. Like no, they can't handle that. You're like, no, trust me, they are strong. Like, you don't know. And then, all right, I listened and I started pushing them and I see them get a little tired. And, all right, let's go. Let's get up. Let's go. What? No. I'm like, no, let's go. Let's keep pushing. And then I put on more weight. I'm like, in my head, like, oh shit, they are strong.
I was the strongest I've ever been at 500, 600 pounds, bro. I used to pick up a 150-pound dumbbell like it was a 25. Honestly, I'm being so serious. I am weak. This version of myself is way weaker than the 600-pound Jefe or Anthony Lopez. I said Jefe, dad, going back old school. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, you know what I mean? So as an empathy, you always had empathy
Yeah.
because you know that, it's hard work, right? It's hard work being overweight, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds overweight. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get in the gym and to that. And like, it's awesome that that question was asked because it gives me opportunity to tell you, like, I'm like beyond proud of you, like how you became as a trainer and how you actually are like pushing them, because now you're not one of those trainers that used to be like the people who trained me, right? Like the ones that would see me at 400, 500, 600 pounds and think that like, oh, this guy's overweight, so let me just put him in the corner, have him punch a bag. Like now you're like, I remember like the text message of like the first like month or two when you're pushing your clients that were overweight or obese. A lot of people were thanking you for it. Like they felt so accomplished, because nothing's worse than going into a workout and feel like you're being treated less than because you're overweight.
Yeah.
Right. Because how are you going to fix yourself if you don't feel comfortable in a gym or you don't go in a gym? Right. So like, I'm glad to know that my boy's not a trainer like that. And you've had a lot of success with your overweight clients. You know what I mean?
And taking that with my clients, I would push them the way if I had a regular, someone that was just trying to build muscle. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't worry about weight loss. It was just, so I would push them harder, and then I would get my clients that were overweight or close to obese. I'm like, all right, we're doing this too.
Yeah. It's like everyone has their different version of 100%, right?
Exactly.
And some of, is it Valerie? Who's the,
Adele?
Adele? Is that one of them? Adele and,
Violet.
Violet and Adele.
Adele and Violet.
They are
they're
freaking
killers.
Savages. And now Cece. Cece, I want to get her on the podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
You messaged her?
Yeah, she
awesome.
said,
yeah, no, like it is awesome to see it. It makes me so bummed out because I'm not personally trained right now, but I really, really miss it.
Bro, you'd kill it.
I'm ready to get back in the game. But just we gotta wait for Chris, man. We gotta wait for Chris.
Yeah,
He's gonna crush it though. Yeah,
it'll
it is.
happen.
So we got another question. So we have JoJo, one of my online clients. Actually, the next two questions are both from my online clients. So we got JoJo. Shout out to her. She's down like 11 pounds right now. She asked when my ebook is coming out. So my ebook is coming out for my online clients in about 2 weeks. My official ebook drop is going to be March 13th, which is my birthday. So I'm excited to bring that more value for the people that maybe can't afford my online coaching program, but they still want to know how to track their food. They still wanted to figure out how they could be a deficit, and they want macro-friendly food that's going to taste good and not just going to be vegetables and white rice and chicken. Let's be real. We could get that diet anywhere, right? Like we could get those meals all over the place. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited with that. I'm making an ebook the way I want to make it, the way I would eat pizza quesadillas. I'm at braid for right now. Protein pastas. I just posted that video today, the protein pasta. And, sweets. I like sweets, you know what I mean? So a lot of high protein sweets and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. The team's working really hard. It was really cool actually today. We were all in the office and we were all just working, brainstorming. We had the call with Nick from First Form. We're all listening. Francine was writing notes. Dub's over here working on the back end of the designs. And we're really giving it all. We're like I said, this is one of the things too, we always talked about doing an ebook. At home, this would have never happened. Well, it would have, but it probably would have been when it was comfortable, right? But now we're getting done, and like I'm seeing my team build. Like I see Frankie, Frankie in the back end, booking the flights and getting me on podcasts, and Dub over here handling the content and letting me know like, okay, cool, we need more of this, we need more of this. Look at your algorithm, and then you over here about to be helping with more online coaching. Like, it's so crazy to see my brand expanding into more than me. Because that's what it's about. Like, I want to see my boys win. I want to see my girl on the side of me making money with me. I want to see my boy filming me and then making money with me. I want to see you helping my online coaching, making money with me. Not for me, making money with me. You know what I mean? So that's awesome. So shout out to JoJo. Ebook come out soon. And the next question I have is from Tattoo Face Mike, which is one of my online clients, again, who is about to be 100 pounds down. He's very, very close, and he's crushing it. So he said, how scared are you going to be to jump off the stratosphere in a couple months? I don't know why I'm getting so freaking congested. I don't know why. But anyways, we're going to keep rolling with it. So me and Tattoo Face Mike made a deal that when we get down to 250, we're going to jump off the stratosphere. I'm going to fly him out to Vegas, and I'm going to pay for him to jump off the stratosphere. I am terrified. I am terrified of heights. I know you guys watch me jump amazing dirt bike jumps and mountain bike stuff, but I am terrified of heights. So honestly, I will not be wearing white pants while I do it. I'll tell you that much for sure. But I'm going to do it, right? Because, one, I said something, I'm going to do it. But two, how amazing is it for me to be able to do something, one, that I've never thought I could do, right? And two, do that with someone who I helped. I didn't do the work for him. I helped get him to his goal or one of his goals, right? And I get to experience that with them. 100 pounds down. One of my first clients, 100 pounds down in 9 months. Well, he's not there yet, so I can't really go and fake the funk. But whenever he gets there, 100 pounds I helped him lose, with online coaching program, and that's amazing. I can't wait to get him down here. One, to be on the podcast. Two, so I could shit myself when I jump off the stratosphere. Because let's be real, that's what's gonna happen.
Jumping or
it's like it's like bungee jumping, bro. I'm terrified.
Shit.
I am literally terrified.
It's not. It doesn't.
No,
You've
bro.
been on a roller coaster?
Yeah, bro. It's not a roller
But it's
coaster.
not like that. It's not like that. It's like, I mean, I don't know.
I'm
if it's
jumping off a perfectly good
I
building.
jumped from a
like that. Do you
airplane.
understand that?
Everybody did skydiving.
Yeah.
But you don't feel it. You don't feel the like
No,
that.
you don't.
No, it just.
I don't know.
fall.
Dub's looking at you like you're crazy right now, so I don't know.
So it's like you just fall, and like you don't. It's not like a roller coaster where you're just feeling something pulling you down. It's just
a fall.
It's just a fall.
Bro,
Like,
my skin's gonna be flapping so bad, bro. I'm gonna be like a freaking like a bat flying. I might be like one of those suits they have. They jump out, bro. Oh my god.
It goes away. Like
Damn it. I don't know why I said I would do that. Honestly, you ever say something and then you're just like instantly regret it? Like you're like, damn, now I have to do it. Yeah. But I'm proud of him. 100 pounds down, bro. I'll jump. I'm gonna go for it.
It's gonna be scary like the first few seconds.
I'm like
and then it goes away.
13 pounds, 16 pounds away from being 250. I'm like 266 right now. So what is that? 13 pounds? What is that?
Mhm.
My math ain't mathing right now.
No, 16.
16 pounds.
Yeah.
So, Q&A is over. Thank you everyone for watching the Q&A. Thank you for everyone asking questions. There's a lot more questions, but we don't want to take all the time because we want to get back to Big John and his story of how he had to modify his life and how he had to adapt to one of the most scariest things I think is safe to say you ever done.
100%. It was very scary.
And since that move, do you feel you've grown from this experience? Even though we're only into 2 months, right?
Yeah.
But like, what have you learned? Like, what can you? It's like, so let's say this. Like, how do I want to word it? This move was probably very scary for you, right? And there's probably a lot of things that people want to do.
Here.
I did see that video. This can relate with so many people because there's a lot of people out there that want to do something and they want to start something that maybe they're scared, right? Maybe they're scared to take the jump to, try a new business venture or start their weight loss journey or whatever it might be. So like, kind of, how did you get through it and what have you learned so far?
The first of all is creating that structure, that routine.
Yeah.
Like you said, it starts off
and journaling too.
And journaling, it help clear your mind, but it really starts off at home and what you can really control. You can't. I said I didn't have clients. I had no clients online, but I can't control that right now. All I can, like I said, control was wake up early, do cardio, fix my bed, do my skincare routine, journal, start to read, and just do things that I can physically do on my own. And then that just started to progress into other things. And when that kept me going and it didn't allow me to sit and feel sorry for myself.
You had to just keep pushing.
I just had to keep pushing. Yeah. I did have that self-doubt feeling in the back of my head, like, damn, I don't know if I can really do this. But it was like I knew what I was gonna do every morning.
It was a you versus you moment.
Yeah. It was I really had to like really kind of find myself and really see what is John? Who is John? What am I about?
Yeah, like how bad do you really want this, right? Times got tough.
Yeah, times got really tough.
You got pushed up against a wall and you had no choice but either fight or, curl up in a ball, right?
And then I couldn't go back home and I couldn't fail you guys. And then I couldn't go back home as a failure. And the crazy part too was the more I shared my story, the more I was on story, just talking of just being vulnerable. I had so much, I had people I didn't even know were following me, like just so much support.
Relatability, man.
It was crazy.
It is all about relatability. You're doing something, right? And I keep saying you because I have a stable business, running a business, stuff like that. You're doing something that people are dreaming about, right? Like you packed up from being in a successful, comfortable spot, right? Your version of successful, right? Whatever that is. And you started something new because you knew you were worth more. And you knew you could do better. You wanted more.
I felt like I can do more.
So like, what kind of like inspiration or advice would you give someone that's like scared to take a leap of faith and do something?
Just never pass up an opportunity, like you told me from the jump when I first met you. You're like,
that cost me a filmer. That cost me a filmer. I said I may have been so motivational on one of my freaking YouTube videos. My filmer called me and said, "Man, you said something that really hit home with me, and I just want to let you know I can no longer film with you film for you anymore. I was like, yeah, what did I say? He's like, you said like you don't want to live a life of what if. I want to get out there. I want to figure out what's going to happen if I do it. Shout out to Denzel. He no longer films for me, but he just edited a movie that comes out in February. So I'm
dope.
very.
No,
I text him.
awesome.
I text him. I was like, yo, I'm proud of you, man. Because it's hard to take that leap of faith. It's very scary to take a leap of faith. It's scary because our self-doubt, right? And I'm not even going off the people that whether they trust in you or not trusting you, whether they support you or not support you. Like, it's all about us supporting ourselves. It's all about us knowing our self-worth, right? And when we get in an uncomfortable situation, some of us like to fold, right? And we really don't know how it feels to get past that part, because that's usually where we stop, right? You know what I mean? But you've worked through it. You're working through it. You know what I mean? And you're pushing, and you're not done. We're not done.
No,
We're having this cool conversation. We don't know. Life does a hell of a job at being life and slapping us around, right? We know that, right?
I mean,
Look, your car broke down, 2 weeks ago?
Shit.
He just moved to Vegas. Car freaking broke down. I'm over here changing a belt. I thought I was done working on cars. I barely even worked on my own Camaro. Now
and I didn't let that really bring me down. It brought me down a little bit that first day, but again, I was only able to control what I was able to control.
I love that you're saying that, bro. Like,
Uber,
I love that.
stuff,
I love that you're
work.
saying that. I feel too many of us focus on things we can't control, right? You can't control if Steve, Susan, or Bill doesn't like you, or if what they say about you. But you could control what you say about yourself, what you do for yourself. Well, you could control what you put in your mouth. You could control how hard you work. You could control if your life is going to have structure or not. You know what I mean? But I feel like we go off the things that we can control so much, and we don't focus on things that we can change. You know what I mean? And I feel that now that you realize that, I feel like, you're unstoppable right now because you're not focusing on things you can't fix. Like you said, your car broke down. You can't change that. Exactly. But you can change your mindset. Okay, cool. What did I learn from this? Okay, cool. I still need to make it work. Okay, I have enough money to take Uber, and if I get the car fixed, whatever it is, you came with a game plan, and now your car's back running, and you made it past that hurdle, right?
Yeah, did it in 2 days.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Dub. Also, thank Dub too, because you know what I mean.
Thank you guys.
We started doing that.
That's why we have the group, And but this has been a blessing in disguise. Honestly, this has, I don't know, when we first just connecting with you, and then from that from this whole year on, my life
growth.
has been. Yeah, it's been constant growth.
We
got uncomfortable together.
Yeah.
We
got to separate from each other.
We do separate. But this is the longest we've done where we've actually just worked and grown. And we've seen it. And we're actually all growing, right? How we talk about our group. If you're what's that saying? If you surround yourself with 5 rich people or whatever.
We're just watching something like that. What is that, Dub? I think what we're saying is that you surround yourself. You're only as basically, in a way, what it's saying is that you're only as good as your weakest player. That's how I take the saying, pretty much. You know what I mean? So we all focus on growing each other, and we all focus on helping each other, supporting each other, and calling us out. Yeah, calling us out when we mess up. That's something I feel that a lot of us are lacking. So many yes men in our circle, right? Yeah. Like I always tell you guys, like I don't care how many followers I have, we're boys. I'm not heavy to modified with you guys. I'm Anthony Lopez. You call me out. You tell me when I'm messing up. You tell me when I'm being caught.
Or you always bring up your followers.
That's it. Exactly. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
We call them
well, shoot, you guys always say
I got 200 that I'm like,
I didn't even bring up the number. Cares? That's crazy you said that. It's 225,000 now. Did you brought up followers? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But you brought me 60,000 of that, so that I really earned it. You know what I mean? But no, man.
My following grew out here. It went up. Was it? I think 300.
You know why, right? Because you brought in value. You brought in more value. You brought value to the people that follow you and that support you.
And it's growing even more now. Like
because you keep bringing value. People are tired of being sold. People go on their social media and ads this, take this there. Oh, you need this, lose weight in 2 days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about being genuine, right? And people could see right through that. They see that you're being genuine. You're on your stories crying. I'm not saying go on there and cry every day. But you were definitely in a tough situation.
Yeah. And so coming up here, my goal is right now. I want just either one person or one trainer to see my journey of being in a position where I was comfortable,
broken, living on a couch,
and then to giving that up, knowing I'm going to be in a better position within the next couple months, sooner or whatever, and to see that I took a risk and became broke again for a short little period of time.
Yeah.
And then I want them to see what I did to get there. The hard
Document it,
work I
man.
put. So I'm documenting, I'm talking about my morning routine. I'm sharing my journaling. And the crazy part is I'm having people messaging me like, oh, I just started my routine. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm like, oh shit, people are actually looking at my stuff.
You're leading by example, bro. That's what you're doing.
And that's what keeps me
you're
going.
leading by example. You're not talking about it. You're doing it. You're showing it. You're talking about the goods, but you're also documenting the bads.
Yeah.
Right? And all social media is good days, good days, good days. Shit, no, life ain't good days every single day. You know what I mean? It's not about that. It's about showing that we're real human beings and we go through stuff, right? I just went through body dysmorphia. You see, I was having a fit like 2 weeks ago, bro. I was going through it. And, that's when you had you and Francine were there for me. Like, it's not about being perfect. It's about working on yourself every day, right? It's about taking a leap of faith. It's about trusting yourself. It's about believing in yourself. It's about not looking at other people's and other people's paths. It's about taking your own path and getting to where you want to be, where you're going to be happy.
And it's about confidence. I felt
Yes.
I've always lacked that.
Yeah, especially when I first met you. Even though like Chris called you out a little
Chris
bit.
called me out from that jump, and I had to work on that. And that's what I felt kind of just affected everything.
Yeah.
Little by little, just confidence. Because confidence, you got to be that. You got to believe you're that guy.
You have to know.
Person.
Yeah, you have to. And you're talented. You're such. I've learned so much from you as a personal trainer. It's just your knowledge is just amazing. And you're worth $120 a session. You know what I mean? I know that for sure. Especially since the growth since we started hanging out and how much you've changed and the places you've traveled, the trainers you've worked out with is just absolutely amazing, man. Like you literally have been, chasing your dreams for the last year, and then you took an even bigger step. And I think this is honestly going to be the best decision you've ever made if you keep working as hard as you are the first week you got here. Because that's what happens, right? We get somewhere, we get comfortable, we start making a little money, and we fall off. We forget about step 1, 2, and 3. And we just start doing steps 7, 8, and 9. But we forgot that steps 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that's got it there. I know I forgot some numbers. I'm dyslexic. Don't worry about me. But you get the point. You know what I'm talking about.
You even called me out when I started to get some clients. I got a little comfortable. I wasn't talking
posting,
on my story.
Exactly. And like when you get comfortable, you are setting yourself up for failure. Right? For anything, right? We start losing a little weight. We're like, oh, I don't need to track my food anymore. Or I don't need to meal prep. Well, guess what happens? You're going to put weight back on because you're forgetting the first steps that got you to where you're at. You know what I mean? Same thing when it comes with business, right? When we forget the steps and then we start backtracking. You can't skip steps and you can't forget the steps, right? Going. It's consistency every single day. And when I say consistency, I'm not talking about consistency every single day. You have to be perfect. I'm saying some days we're going to fail, right? But then you don't wait till Monday. Right, you don't wait for next week. You get back on it right there. What can you do the rest of the day that's going to better it? Right? What can you do? What can you do the next couple hours that you maybe weren't going to do because you're being lazy? You know what I mean? And it's amazing.
I would just clean.
Yeah, no.
Clean or jump. Like one thing, it's also jump rope for me.
Yeah, you love jump roping. I don't like jump roping because I do have a lot of skin, and when it hurts. It generally like my belly area, like it hurts. Like and I'm not wearing a faja, bro. I'm not gonna wear a faja. So you know what I mean. So I you know what I mean. I don't really jump rope, but yeah, man, the cardio is really you're crushing it. You know what I mean? I see
feel
you working.
it's gonna happen, and I'm learning off of you guys. I'm feeding off that energy.
I love that, man. I can't wait to have you back on this podcast in a couple months and to see how bad you really wanted it. Yeah, you mean because it's cool right now. We're in our honeymoon stage. We've been here for 2 months. Like I can't wait to see your success in 6 months.
I don't know about honeymoon stage for me, but.
Well, what I mean by that is that right now,
you're
not there's no opportunity to be comfortable.
No,
but I want to see you in 6 months. Like you're making X amount of money now.
Yeah,
I want to get you back on. I can get you on whenever. You live here. You live on my couch. So technically,
I don't live on the couch. I have
he lives on a blow-up mattress. When I tell you the other day you're acting up, I was like, bro, I'm gonna pop your blow-up mattress.
I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna fuck up your couch then.
Oh, damn, man. Yeah. Frankie, go ahead. Frankie will come after you, bro. You want to mess with the wrath of Frank. She went off on me on the own podcast right now.
I know.
But I can't wait to have you back, man, because, if you really give yourself 100%, this for the rest of your life, but we're just going to go 6 months at a time. You're going to be crushing it. You're going to be in your own place. You're going to be in a luxury apartment, and you're going to create the lifestyle that you want with the hard work, and that's something I feel that when I started that whole podcast off, I guess I'm going to end with that. It's always great to have goals. It's always great to want to achieve greatness, but what are we going to do to achieve it, right? That's a bigger thing to talk about. It's not really what I want. It's what am I going to do to get it, right? I want this Lamborghini. I don't want this one. I want a Urus. It's not, I want this, so I'm just going to keep talking about it. I'm going to manifest it and I'm going to get it. No, it's what am I going to do to achieve this goal? How many people do you need to help? How many things do I need to sell? How much work do I need to put in? What are the people that drive this car? What are they doing? How are they moving? Who are they hanging out with? What are they listening to? What are they reading? That's what we need to talk about. It's amazing to have those goals and things that you want to achieve, but now the next step and the first step actually should be is what the hell are you going to do to achieve those goals? What are you going to do to reach those goals? What are you willing to sacrifice to drive this Lamborghini? What are you willing to sacrifice to have that body you want or take that first place trophies? You know, sacrificing, right? We all got to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to end on that note. Big John, give them your socials and your social security number too. Also, you're going to pay rent this month?
No.
No?
Oh, I think I am. I think I am this month. Yeah, but later. It's on the tab.
I like how he said, I'm going to pay rent this month, but later. Bro, your credit score is low, bro. I'm just kidding,
but
man.
I always pay off everything.
Nah, you do, man. I'm honestly though, I'm proud of you, man. So there's one thing I want you to do. I want you to leave them with something inspiring for the people that want to take it. I know we talked a little bit earlier, but I want you to leave off with that. Once we get done with that, I want you to give them your Instagram or wherever they can find you at, and then I'll go ahead and close it out from there, man.
Something inspiring. That's crazy. You know, even I gotta say something inspiring. That's great. Okay. Honestly, I just want to say is never pass up an opportunity that may sound scary, may look like you may fail, may seem like it's down like years before you even touch anything. It'll all be worth it if you feel it inside you. If you feel something inside you, that's all it takes. It's just one little thing that's telling you you can do more, be more. Regardless if you believe in yourself at that moment, but you have that gut feeling, go after it. Because I want to share this real quick. I don't know if it's going to go a little too long, but me becoming a personal,
you're good.
me becoming a personal trainer, I've been doing it for 6 years, and I didn't start seeing success until last year, my 5th year, or going into the 6th year. It was constant doubt. It was constant trying to find another job to make more money because money was not coming in. I started off making $7.50 a session at LA Fitness, right? And then I got up to now making $80 a session. And that took 6 years. And just barely in September was when I started to see success. And if someone would have told me that, if the trainer that convinced me to become a trainer told me that, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah. Like, hey, it's going to take you about 5, maybe 6 years to actually see some money. Wait, what? Wait, hold up. What do you mean 5, 6 years? Like, you got to grind. You got to go through the struggle because that's going to test your character. You're going to find out who you are. Being a personal trainer, you got to be your personal trainer too. Because in order for me to help somebody, I got to be willing to help myself. I got to put myself through a routine. I got to structure my life. I got to work out. I got to go through diets. I got to wake up early to do cardio. So when I tell someone to do it, I know how it feels. They can relate to me and I can relate to them. So when they're giving me an excuse, I'm like, look, you're giving me excuses because I made those excuses.
Damn.
So, you know, when it comes to something like that, if you have a feeling telling you can do more and be more in whatever situation you're in, go chase it, go struggle because you're going to find out who you really are. And
damn, you've been hanging out with me way too long. I love it, bro. That was fire.
So that was pass up an opportunity.
That was some real shit. Honestly, that was some real shit. Actually came from the heart, man. That was cool. I never even heard him speak like that. I was really shocked. I felt like I was one of the Migos right now. Pow! I thought you were rapping.
You know, and
killed it.
One other thing going through that was, you know, but that'll be another time through that tumor. You were there with me.
That to me a whole good podcast.
That's another story, but that I had to go through that and still figure out how to cover rent, still how to pay bills, still how to go through all that and still got through it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. We'll say that. Yeah, that'll be like more like a sentimental one because that's a whole. That was scary for you. You thought you had cancer, but we won't get into that. But anyways,
that's another time. But yeah,
everyone, I really hope that this podcast brought value to you. I hope you laughed. I hope you smiled. Hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired. I hope you feel motivated, and I hope you're willing to put in the work to create that discipline in your life to become the person you want, you know, and ready to modify your life in any way, shape, or form you need to do and to be successful or be the best version of yourself. You know, and with that being said, I'm Anthony Lopez. This is Big John PJ. Your social media is big underscore John.
It's on
all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, OnlyFans.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Are not there
Not
yet.
yet. Well, maybe.
And-
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future.
All right, big dog. Well, I am your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy 2 Modified. And thank you so much for tuning in to, I believe, the 5th episode of Modify Your Life podcast. If this brought value to you, share it, like it, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.
All this happened for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.